Morning, happy new year, guys. Today I'm gonna do something different. This video is about my truck, 2015 GMC Sierra. I just hit 100,000 miles, and I wanted to do a 5-year 100,000 mile review. I do have a plow on it. You guys, of course, will not put plow on a truck like this. Some of them will. It's a 2015. What that means is got wheels, step sides, the rear sliding window, leather seats, different console, leather steering wheel, parking sensors, chrome accents. It's got the 5.3. That's a normal 6-speed transmission. That's about it for an SLT. It's been a good truck ever since I bought it. I bought it with 50K certified. With certified means I got the GM factory warranty, which I'm gonna discuss in a little bit about factory warranties and those aftermarket ones. I'm gonna talk about the good, the bad, what I like, what I don't, warranties, the BS they pull, those aftermarket warranties also that keep harassing me into buying their stuff. So let me get in the house and I'll explain that better because it's real cool. It's January the 6th, the 7th, and it's 30 degrees outside. And I gotta do some work. So I'm looking forward to it. Much better. Okay, so I just hit 100,000 miles on my GMC. It's been a good truck. It does what it's meant to do. I plow with it, of course. It's only a 1500, so you gotta be easy with it. You gotta understand what you do. I mean, I plow residential, a little bit commercial. I'm not pushing a freaking Stop and Shop or a Walmart, for obvious reasons. People hate on it, some people like. I don't see many of the 1500s around my area with plows, so I'm kind of like the oddball guy around town. The good, it's got good power, it's comfortable. I like the looks. That was the main reason why I got me the 15, because I do love that retro squarish type headlight. It's comfortable, roomy. It's very roomy. I got the crew cab. All the functions are comfortable. I love the dashboard. It's the kind of dashboard I like. The newer ones, they kind of seem a little, I don't know, plain, simple, shiny, small compared to the truck. Like a Camaro in a truck that don't make sense, if you know what I mean. Of course, I got the SLT. I love the 20-inch wheels. I wish I had the 22s. Cargo wise, yeah, I can load up a ton. Last snowstorm, I loaded a yard of bulk salt. It took like a champ. No bump stop bouncing. It drove fine. You can feel the weight, of course, the gas mileage also, but it does good. I did haul a truck. With that truck, it, of course, the hauling, it's sketchy. You have to be careful when you haul over 6,000-7,000 pounds. You can feel the trucks, swaying. The sway, if you lose control, bye trucks, bye you. So if you get those, what is that called? Mastercraft, Autocraft, something craft. It's these mechanisms you put on the leaf springs and makes the suspension a lot stiffer or better when you haul. That could be an upgrade that, it's cheaper than buying a 2500 series. What else is good? The engine is reliable. I haven't had any problems, especially with the on-demand cylinder deactivation, which, as you might know or not, I am a certified mechanic and I did work for GM. I mean, I'm not a guru, but I know my way around a lot of brands. And I did repair some of those engines, so that was my main concern of hitting 100,000 miles before that goes bad, and then I have to do it on my own. And like, okay, but I'd rather do that than to fix the Ford motor. So it hasn't been a problem. The train is a 6-speed. It's shifty. Everybody complains about that. You can feel it when it goes into the B4 or B8, the displacement switches. You can feel the transmission twitching, jerking. It's not a smooth transition, but it does the job. I did work on the 8-speed transmissions. I didn't own any or drove any V8s with the 8-speed for more than 5 miles. Just test driving and ship them. So I can't say how they drive on the long run, but the 6-speed is jerky. It's not a very smooth transmission. It's good, but not smooth. I gotta do the service now. Hopefully that'll last me, the training will last me a few more years. But that's something that goes. That's one of the bads. Those trainings are not meant to last. Like pretty much all American trucks, the transmissions are not meant to last. There's always a loop. Either a drum, either a belt, either a valve or something is weak and it gives up, and it's just the deal with American trucks. But I like my truck, so whenever that time comes, I'll have it rebuilt and beefed up, like I did my F-150. I just rebuilt that one. Man, it feels like a cop car. As far as the takeoff and the shifting modes, it's a different beast. But going back to the subject, so yeah, the train is jerky. The train is kind of funny. That's one thing I don't like. Second thing I don't like, why do you put a speed limiter? Why does the truck have to bog down at 99? And sometimes, you want to step on it. Not often, of course, you don't want to get in trouble. But that's the second problem. The second minus for me. Number 3, número 3. I don't know. No, okay, seriously. The truck has a lot of issues from the factory. So since I worked at GM, I was able to take care of some of them through warranty, and I did the work, such as the radiators leaking, the condenser leaking, the AC condenser. I sent the truck to get that recall for the power steering vacuum pump booster. What else? The thermostats, they go bad. The truck starts not getting hot enough or just getting overheated. Just the thermostats are whack. And then when you want to replace them, it's a complete housing. It's just stupid. I don't know. What else? The heated seats. They work for shit. They don't work at all. They're weak. And when they go bad, even if you have a warranty, they don't want to cover it. I had bumper to bumper for 12,000 miles 1 year, and they didn't do shit. And I still don't have heated seats in my driver's side. And I asked them, and they just walked you around. I'll go back to that when I talk about the warranties. Also, another thing that this truck has a problem with from the factory, I don't know if mine got done or not, the torque converter goes bad. So you'll feel that jerking at highway speeds. Mine doesn't do it, but it's something to keep in mind if you're gonna buy a truck like this. If it was done, hey, go for it. But if it wasn't, be cautious. You'll have to do it eventually. Another thing I'm familiar with, the imbalanced drive shafts, or they break. So word on the street is that if you tune the truck to go over 100,000 miles. I mean, over 100 miles an hour, or just tune it to be a bit more torquey, any tuning, that the drive shaft will break. I mean, it took 2015. You expect they'll make stronger drive shaft, but no, they save cost in drive shaft. The front swivel links, they just come off loose and they break off. I had to do that on mine. This is front suspension. It'll make noise. It will freaking make noise like a freaking 200,000 mile truck or like a 20-year-old truck. How? I wasn't even driving the truck that much. I didn't want to put that many miles on it. The front suspension started creaking and yakking and whack. So I took it to the dealer and see if they can help out with some type of warranty. Of course, no problem found. The technician drew up the truck, lubed up these, checked that, updated these, updated that. Bottom line is they don't do anything. And if you want them to get into the problem, they'll charge you for whatever. You want to have your transmission looked up because it's jerking, they'll charge you for a transmission service. They'll send you on your way, and then you're back to find out that the train is going bad. Once it goes bad, if you're under warranty, lucky you. If you're out of warranty like me, then of course you gotta rebuild it. The wheels are butter. They're pretty, but if you whack them, they'll bend and you'll have a hard time balancing the tires. What else can I say? I don't know if it's just me, the steering wheel, it's not straight in the center of the driver's side. It's a bit to the side. If you sit right, the steering wheel is a little bit off. It doesn't hurt the drivability, it doesn't make you go crazy, but it's something I noticed. And the first time I saw that was on Land Rovers. Can't remember the model, but it was when I was working for Land Rover, and I saw that steering wheel to the side. What else? As far as plowing, it plows pretty well. Another problem, the radio. The radio will freeze on you. There's nothing you can do. You tell the dealership they want to sell your radio or sell you an update. Bottom line is get out of your car, go to the passenger side door, open the fuse compartment, pop the main radio fuse and pop it back in. That's the only way you can get it back to working, because it'll freeze, nothing will work, nothing will sound, it'll just stay on. So I covered the radio, the seats, the suspension, the transmission, the AC, the radiator, thermostat, the vacuum pump, the steering racks. Oh boy, be careful with those. They don't break, they don't collapse, but they'll start making noise, they'll start clicking, and it's not a cheap one. I actually showed. I went to the dealership and I showed them, and I'm like, I'm familiar with these trucks. I worked for GM, I worked for them. For Christ's sake, it's not supposed to make the noise. So manager sees it, mechanic sees it, they don't do shit. So they tell you pretty much call the GM headquarters and hope for the best. Yeah, that covers pretty much all the things I've seen with my truck. A lot of the factory repairs that I'm familiar with. Like I said, few that I've done myself at the dealership and few that I've had done. What else can I say about the trucks that you should look out if you're into buying one of these? Because they go from 15 to 19, beginning of 19, ending in 18. It's pretty much the same truck, different fascia. Also, I think it's a safety standard, but for a truck, them bumpers, they're garbage. They're tinfoil. You hit a squirrel, the squirrel wins. So my two bumpers are messed up for touching bushes. So I wish they had a little more sturdy bumpers. Other than that, it's a nice truck. It's a good investment. Now let's talk about the warranties. So if you buy a certified warranty, they give you 12K, a year bumper to bumper, which is technically meant to cover anything you find wrong with the truck. And then you get a extended 100,000 miles, a powertrain. And the way they explain it to you is that for a year you can come back and get everything fixed. As you can tell, I didn't get my heated seats fixed, and a lot of the things they just ignored. They said that they couldn't see it. As far as the powertrain, if you're not familiar with vehicles or their warranties, powertrain does not mean you get warranty on everything, like transmission, motor, tire, suspension, blah blah blah. No. It's only if you get a critical, like broken down. Sorry guys, phone dropped. And this is only a quick video. I don't edit, I don't do magic. I'm just trying to give some information to people out there. Like, I don't monetize, I'm not sponsoring anything, and I'm not telling you to buy anything. So it's just a quick video. I was telling you that the 100,000 miles, 6 years, whatever, it's bullshit. They'll cover it if you blow the tranny or the motor really, it's busted or it's knocking or whatever. Other than that, doesn't cover anything else. You're on your own. So 6 years, powertrain, and whatever. Maybe a little peace of mind as far as the motor and the training. Maybe the rear diff. Other than that, you're on your own. If you get it from a used car lot or a different brand dealership and they try to sell you these warranties that offer pay 100% everything, it's bullshit. They don't pay 100% for anything. Example, you'll go for a busted transmission. The transmission is $5,000. Dealer says that it's gonna cost them $5,000 or whatever in parts and whatever in labor. So what they do is they'll work the price on the part with the dealership if they want to work it. But when they say that they'll pay 100%, it's 100% to what they think that they'll pay. The rest of it is on you. So if the dealership says $5,000 total and the insurance says, yeah, to us it's only $3,500, you are due for the $1,500. So what's the point of having them stupid warranties when you gotta pay money on top? And some hidden fees that, different companies, different deals. I don't buy them. The only reason why I bought that one is because I bought it through a bank and I didn't want to have a hard time for at least 2 to 3 years. I made it through the 2-year period, and I think that whenever it breaks, it's part of having a vehicle, especially the way I work. It's got 100,000 miles. Like I said, I bought it with 50, so I put 50 in 2 years. That's a lot of miles. So don't fall for those scams. Other than that, take care of your truck, fluids, maintenance, oil changes, and that's pretty much it. Do I like the truck? Yes. Would I buy another one? Yes. Would I go to the next body style, to the newer one? Not yet. And I don't even think about it. I looked at one and it doesn't really flow with me. I think I'll try to get an 18, if anything. But the way things are going with COVID, work, and banks, and blah, 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 I'll just pay off my truck. Because also, if you're gonna buy a truck right now, because of the COVID virus, somehow the dealerships think that they are allowed to charge you $10,000, $15,000 more on a truck. When I bought my truck, it was $35,000. Not bad. SLT, $50K, leather, blah, blah, blah. For me to get an 18 or a 17 with 50,000 miles and the same options, I'm looking at 40, 45. And luckily, or we might be lucky, or I might be lucky, if all the fees go included, which is paperwork, $600, extended warranty, whatever, $800. Paperwork, like the legal paperwork that goes out, it's another fee. So right from the start, you got to pay $600 to the dealership to do the paperwork. And then the list goes on and on and on. So you're looking at $2,000, $3,000 fees, taxes, and blah, blah, blah. Of course, you can avoid taxes, but $600 for a dealership. They're selling you a truck. They're giving you a deal, and on top of that, they charge you $600 to fill up their papers. But I'm not gonna get into that. I guess that's the nature of the beast. But just giving you a heads up. When you see a truck for $29.99, come get it, free finance, or free whatever, or we'll give you a freaking squirrel if you buy the truck. It's not gonna be $29.99. It's gonna be at least $33, $34. And that's depending on your credit score. So that being said, I'm just gonna keep my truck. I'm gonna work that ass off. Or I'm gonna work it till it falls off, which is gonna be a long time, hopefully. And yeah, 5 years, 100,000 miles, 2015 GMC Sierra, out of warranty and not buying aftermarket one. With that I conclude my video. Hope to see you on the next one. I don't have many followers, so follow me, give a like, or at least I gave you some info on what to look on the 2015 to 2018 GMC Sierra. That's it. Have a beautiful day. Have a nice year. Best wishes to all. And see you on the next one.